What is going on, guys? Shit. My name is Shawnee095, and I'm one of your hosts.
Are you? I don't believe you.
Dude, I don't know what just happened.
What have you done with Sean?
My mind just, dropped.
I am also one of your hosts, Psychometry.
I'm DMBTV.
I'm Zombie Joe.
And this is the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast, and we're watching King's Game. Psycho, as this being one of your edgy picks, you want to give us a little more info on this?
You know, I came to a stunning revelation when I was recommending King's Game and Darwin's Game. And the revelation I had was, God, I was such an edgy teenager. Because all of these would probably be stuff that I'd, wholeheartedly endorse and enjoy when I was, younger. But now looking back at it, I was like, I wonder if something's wrong with me. So, this is kind of like a follow-up to my recommendation a while back with Darwin's Game, which is King's Game. Yes, I do enjoy my games. I'm a gamer. You heard it here first, folks. King's Game kind of follows kind of like a battle royale format that they had, because, Japan with battle royale film had kind of started the whole trend of these things. With King's Game, it's... Have you ever played any version of this? King's Game? So think of it like Truth or Dare, but it's usually just Dare. They do have you do a dare where you have to admit stuff, but it's like an extreme version of Truth or Dare. And what you do is you figure out a way to figure out who is the king. Whoever's the king gives out an order, and that order has to be carried out. And then it's you play till everybody drops out or something, if you refuse a dare. Anime is that concept taken to the extreme, where if you don't follow through with the dare, you lose your life. And winner of the King's Game is last man standing. Y'all never played that?
No.
Yeah, I guess it is very much Japan thing. I see it a lot in Japanese media, but oftentimes in Western media, it's very much Truth or Dare.
Well, wait, did you just ask if we played Dare or Death? No. I think by the fact that we're all sitting here, we haven't played that.
No, I just mean the King's Game, because this anime is based off of the children's game of the King's Game.
Okay.
Well, the anime is a sequel to a phone novel. And
this
anime touches base with that novel throughout it.
Right. This is an adaptation of a phone novel that was written where the writer had done a whole series based on it. As of this point in time in the anime, this is supposed to be the second King's Game ever being played, because our main protagonist has come from being the survivor of a previous King's Game. And henceforth, he is a survivor stuck in another cycle of this really terrifying death game. And I think it's actually a pretty good perspective to have for a main character, because we have this character who's not bright-eyed going into it. He's traumatized. He's seen stuff. He's lost friends.
He's got a really bad case of survivor's guilt.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, that would basically sum the synopsis. It's a survivor coming into second round of King's Game, and he has to, in his way, try to beat the King's Game while preserving as many lives as he can. That is ultimately his goal as a survivor, is not to repeat the cycle where everyone ends up dying around him.
So, alright, we're gonna get into the anime now, and I gotta ask, what'd you think about the opening music?
Yeah, what did you guys think of the opening music? I'm very curious.
Kind of badass.
It's badass, right?
It was
I liked it.
hella rock, but I was really surprised that it was an entirely English song.
It goes well with the anime.
Yeah, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, whenever Japan does a version of rock, it's really cool.
Yeah.
it's really cool. They emulate the style really well.
No, I really did enjoy it. I don't know if I really care for the ending though. I don't know if you hear the ED or not, but
It's too It's too like soft for you.
It's extremely forgettable. Like, I've literally watched the ED 4 times in a row today, and actually more than
Every
that.
time you were just looking at a blank face, like
I don't remember it. I literally don't remember it. That's like how forgettable it was.
You want to know something funny?
What's up?
I don't remember it either. I'm just bullshitting right now. I'm like, yeah. It's it was an ED.
So okay,
it had
cool.
music.
We're in the same boat. All right, got it. I don't know, but so, what did you think about the whole like anime going back and forth between the first game and the second game, and then like that weird dream sequence he had at the beginning?
Oh, well, for starters, I think it's good because what we get isn't necessarily an exposition dump. It's an exposition like drip feed. You know, context comes as it is necessary. So I do like a little bit of the back and forth, you know, as opposed to if we did like 3 whole episodes where they play through in their current time their version of the game, and then they sit down and have a whole episode that's like just an exposition dump. Like, which one would you prefer, right? I personally like the style. How about you guys?
I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, it's at least given it's good to get the context, like you were saying. But I'm like I said, I'm indifferent overall.
It's nice giving us like the backup story from what's going on from the previous game, but the whole dream sequence was just, it felt unnecessary.
I felt it was a pretty effective intro.
Well, I mean, you're just tossed literally right into it going like, who the fuck is this? What the hell is this? Why is she falling apart? Why are they underwater?
Sure, but it gives an element of mystique to it.
I suppose so.
Especially when, you know, the cutaway to it is that it's like a normal everyday high school setting. Then it's like, you know, what was all the context that we were just fed? Why is that important? Why does everything have this almost supernatural element to it, and then we're cutting away to something completely normal?
Yeah. But what's really cool about the whole actual like everyday classroom thing going on during their sports festival, that picture that they take at the end comes back throughout the episodes every single time.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool, like bringing that back, showing who's died off and all that was interesting.
I think it's a good juxtaposition on, you know, that core theme concept of friendship and camaraderie and people working together, and then having that subverted through them partaking in a death game. I think that was a very, what I say, it's very much like a cold open, right? It starts off, everything's fine and dandy, and then death game starts, and oh shit, look at that, all that talk about being friends and working together, whew, where did that go? Out the window, right?
Yeah. Real quick.
I mean, when you think about it, if your life was on the line, you'd be more concerned about your survival over everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. But it's supposed to highlight that almost like a kind of level of hypocrisy, right? Because after all, yeah, you're right. The setting does matter, but then you have to wonder, why would you kind of say such hypocritical things to begin with, then, you know, if you yourself didn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's truly that wonderment of, you know, all these people always constantly tell you they got your back. It's like, do they really mean it at the end of the day? It's very much so. Understand that it is very much so in extreme, but at the end of the day, it is still the truth.
So real quick, I need to ask, who remembers the runner girl's name?
I have it in me notes here.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what do you think about that whole section with Natsuko?
Well, the first thing that they had to do was they had to kiss, or else, you know, punishment. and he's just like, I'm not gonna decide. I'm so tired of this. I don't want to be here. He's like literally just like, I want to die. He is literally just going, I want to die, basically. But
And then she was like, suck it up, bitch.
But dude, her like complete 180 into psychopath, bro.
And I'm about to drop some big reveals of probably a little bit later on why that's important. But yeah, definitely it was for, at least for the first timers, let's say, Dan and Josh, when you saw that sudden turnaround, that sudden 180, how did you feel?
It made me very suspicious of her, like she was behind something.
All right.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking that.
It's like, who is this character?
I just thought it was like classic, that one chick that you date. It's like she's all cute, and then when you finally start dating, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be this crazy bitch now."
But it turns out she's actually a ghoul, and then she goes and tries to eat you. But then you'll both get trapped, and now you're part ghoul. Yeah.
You remember that scene in
Yeah, totally relatable.
Tokyo Zombie?
Oh my god. Hey Jim, thank you for the raid, bud.
What is that like a flip side of that, where it's like she's a bitch, but it's like, oh, she's super nice? It's the opposite of that, where it's like, oh, she's super nice, but oh wait, no, she's a bitch.
Something that also kind of made me a little bit suspicious of her was when they did kiss, he said, "Oh, her lips feel cold." That's kind of weird how they mentioned
yes. Dan has noticed. Yes.
Damn, Dan, look at you actually like having some recollection of note taking.
You know what's funny? You just pointed that out, and now he's not gonna talk. Good job.
My dog didn't eat my whole hard drive.
Yes, he lost all of his notes. He's ad-libbing right now. No, but what kind of interpretation did you have of that?
Dan, I think he's talking to you.
Yeah, I know. I honestly didn't know what to think of it. It just kind of sounded like weird to say. Like, I didn't really know what to think of it. It just looked very weird.
Well, given any previous context that might know about that phrase about cold lips, it's like what do you think about it?
I haven't seen anything like that before in anime, I don't think.
Oh, you've never heard of that kind of descriptor in like literature or anything?
No,
You're already dead. That's all I'm thinking of right now.
I was about to say.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I had two different interpretations of it, which was like, cold lips usually is supposed to describe either death or kind of like a lack of, I'd say, compassion. I definitely interpreted in the way that when he makes that comment that, oh, she's not doing it for any compassionate reason. She's not doing it because she cares for him, or maybe she doesn't even, care for herself, for that matter.
It would make sense considering how she did a complete 180 later on.
Yeah. So I definitely think that was an important note to take. It's the fact that we definitely have to watch out for her as a character.
For sure.
Because she seems a bit more ruthless than she does on the surface.
I mean,
you okay, Sean?
I'm just thinking about these first 4 episodes and everything. I mean, you get to see like everything about, well, I don't want to say like everything about her, but you see a lot. Like, for her as a character, like how she goes from the nice classmate who seems to be interested in our main character and everything, but then just like
that chat is wild today.
Literally just gets flipped on its head. I've been trying to check to see what they're talking about, and I have no idea.
I like glance over, and there's already like a whole chat box, and I was like, what did I miss in between my whole explanation?
They're talking about gender reveal canons and other shit like that. I am so lost. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, just how she goes from, well, okay, well, we kissed, we did it before midnight, all right, great, and then she takes him off whenever everyone else shows up, because all of a sudden now a new order was taken out to where you cannot have a full rest, meaning once you go into REM cycle and everything, you are instantly
You are gone.
going to be like you're gonna hang yourself. That's what the next order is. Like, oh, you're being punished. You're gonna die by being hanged. Oh shit. So then all of a sudden, just like so and so's punished, so and so, just like it just drops like everyone that's like already asleep.
Yeah, very much quickly on, it's established that the stakes are real.
Yeah.
The stakes are high.
And then like as soon as everyone is like actually brought in, who hasn't gone to bed yet, everyone just turns against the new guy who reveals that, oh hey, this is the King's game. I survived my last King's game. I was the only survivor. So, it's
See,
a little...
dude, he could have won in the first night if he just shut his mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, what an anime it would have been. I decided to shut my mouth. Everyone around me died.
No, see, no, this is where it could have got better. This is where it could have got better, right? The class dies. He gets blamed. He goes to prison. Now the prisoners are playing King's game. Ah.
Oh my god.
You know, fun fact, I can reveal this, but yeah, in the sequels, like the whole world gets involved in the King's game at once.
God.
It's crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this person all the way in Cambodia. You got to go say hi.
You have to go have sex with this person
Yes,
in
what?
India.
You have to go find a mermaid. You have to go find the Loch Ness monster.
You have to go have sex with Bigfoot.
God, dude.
If not, only you'll be punished.
You just see Bigfoot
God.
standing over your body as you choking.
No, honestly, a King's game that was like set in prison or something like that would actually be like, a bit interesting.
I think seeing an anime like that would be pretty cool.
I mean, you know, there's already an anime like that. You just gotta watch Prison School.
I feel like you're baiting me into something.
Well, how was your reaction? I must know. How was your reaction to the scene where the dude in the red gets the punishment and he has to bleed out?
Well, how did he get a punishment? Like, was it just randomly assigned to him, or
So-
did he do something wrong?
After the whole kiss thing, that after the whole midnight, all those new orders come in for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
His order is just like mixed in with that. My first watch of it, I actually took the time and stopped to try and like read each one, but I do not remember what his like.
His
order
was just not to incite violence.
Oh, and he incited violence.
And he punches.
Yeah, he fucked up real quick.
Dude, he shoved his foot
Why
in his
can't
mouth.
I remember his name? Yeah.
And
Yeah, he punches Nobuaki, so it's like he breaks the rule. But damn, when it was like, you will die by bleeding out, it was like, oh, that is definitely one way to do it. I did not expect every single pore of your body to start bleeding.
Die by bubble.
Yeah, it was like, for visualization, chat, it's like, he had like all these bubbles,
blood
like, starting
boils.
to emerge out
Pores.
of his face, and yeah, boils, and then like all exploded at the same time.
His eyes got
just-
like big, like just blood flowing through his
Yeah.
eyes, and everything just popped at
Just-
the end.
blood. And there's this like gut curdling scream that he had with it. It was pretty effective. Black Plague on steroids. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, seems accurate.
But after that happens, like, oh God, I am totally dropping her name again. But Nobuaki. Right?
Nobunaga. Nobunaga.
Nobunaga.
Dude,
Oda Nobunaga.
I'm so bad with like names unless it's like
Damn, they went feudal
I
on
don't know.
this shit.
Dude, just do the Didus thing where it's like you just name them based off of their physical appearance. That's blonde MC, that's brown hair
all right,
MC,
MC, and then Psycho
that's
Chick.
Kirito.
MC and Psycho Chick, they go off, walk away real quick to talk. Oh wait, was this during episode 2 or is this like during episode 3? I don't remember. I think this was episode 2, wasn't it?
This was episode.
No, there's episode 1.
Yeah.
When they talk, this is episode 2, right?
Yeah,
Shit.
because he reveals like, oh, you know, you need to have sex with so and so. So she's like, "Chotomate, pulls him out to the side of the
Yeah.
forest, and he's like, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah, and then
And so she tries to feign sexual assault,
Yep. And that's whenever
which,
the
as
whole...
we know, Sasha really loves that trope, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, maybe that's
That's
why
why
he's
he
not
very
here.
much loves-
That's probably why
It's
he's
why
not here
Sasha
tonight.
loves watching The Rising of the Shield Hero. You heard it from your
His favorite
your
anime.
folks. He's his favorite of all time. He especially loves Bitch, the character.
Dude, bitch goes off.
Sasha, don't listen to this week's podcast. Nothing important happens. Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But what did you think about that? Also, it turns out that part was part of episode 2, I think.
Yeah,
because
that
I
was
segmented to the notes,
episode
so that
2
is
chaos.
my bad. But I mean, what do you think about the fact that they had to kind of default to that trope? Because I'm gonna be honest, that was like my least favorite trope in anime.
No, I agree. I mean, she was already, for one, saying, no, but I like you, so I wanted my first time to be with you. And now she's like, oh, sexual assault. Like, you want your first time to be with him, but now you're being like, you know what? Nah, never mind.
She's like, if I can't have you, nobody will.
No, that wasn't even the thing.
I mean,
And
I
then
don't
like
know.
and then what's so fucked up after that all that happens and he gets his ass beat, she comes back and she's like, you know what? Now we're gonna do it right here. Her and the guy that had to do the deed. Like, god damn. What the hell?
I don't know. I feel that trope is like extremely distasteful, especially in today's climate.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we had Good Boy. I don't remember what the hell his name was. I just fucking watched the episodes again today, so
The good boy.
yeah, the good boy, the
The-
one that
is
came
it
in, the good boy who came in and saved the day.
Oh, the dude, yeah,
Who is
Yeah,
he?
that one. Yeah,
muscular dude.
Yeah.
Call him muscular. He was muscular, dude. He was jacked. We could also call him Say So Man.
say so, man.
Say So in Japanese is this state of being of like being pure, and so he's like the only non-horny fucker there, being like, "What the fuck? Put some clothes on, you fuckers."
Like when he,
Yeah, and
Right.
he
when he
slaps her too.
Yeah. No, gender equality, man. Right, right.
yes.
Gender equality, man.
when he showed up, I was just like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't remember him, and I don't think I ever saw.
And then you watched him slap her, and you were like, "Oh,
This guy's a badass.
this guy is cool."
He
All right.
strives for true gender equality.
This guy can come to the barbecue.
This guy can go to the bar. He's probably the guy cutting firewood for you. I'd believe it. He's Mr. Steal. Don't mess with gender equality, man. He's Mr. Steal your girl.
But
Yeah,
so,
steal your girl and take her out on a proper date.
so
Bet, man. He's gonna treat her
Natsuko
better
was
than I
trying
can.
to have our little innocent girl put Nobuaki, whatever the hell his name is, out. I don't care.
Yeah, main character.
Main character, put his name into her phone as one of the people who are going to be dying, basically. She has to select 2 people who are going to die in the next 24 hours. Which, so far through...
Do they die? I thought you just had to text, "You will die," but they won't actually die. Like, it's supposed to be like a prank.
Yeah, it's just, you have to text them, "You will die." Or just text them, "Die," or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think she's worried that it'll end up killing them. And I think that's what...
Yeah, the fear is that they don't know whether it'll cause death. They just know that it's an order.
And that's why our main character's like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Put my name in, but also put hers and Natsuko's. Because, you know, psycho bitch. Yeah.
But not to go twice.
Text her twice.
If I had 2 bullets in this gun and I was in a room with Natsuko, Hitler, and Stalin, I'd shoot Natsuko twice.
Jesus.
I loved those memes back in the day. Those are funny. I don't know. There was just something. There was just something morbid but like clever about it, right?
You know what? We've completely been forgetting about like the whole Back to the Past stories.
Right. So as we'd mentioned, alongside with the current game, concurrently, what's his face again? Nobuaki. Nobuaki is also explaining the previous game that he was in alongside the game that they're currently playing. So through episode 1, he first explains, that this game is no joke and that people have actually died to this. And then now through episode 2, he's... What is it he's doing in episode 2? He's like kind of explaining...
Like...
Oh, no, that's episode 3.
Episode 3 is basically almost all a flashback.
Episode 3, he's just talking to gender equality man and telling him about what happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 3 is when he really starts getting into the flashbacks. But with episode 2,
it was the guy.
No, it was the dude that
tells their
died
friend
as a result
that you were going to die. Basically, yeah.
So to give a quick synopsis of Death Game 1 in episode 2, 2 of his classmates
had to sleep together.
3 classmates are involved. A girl and 2 guys. One of them gets texted. So Guy A's girlfriend is being ordered to have sex with Guy B. Now he's being all like, oh, I won't do it. Guy B saying, not on my life. But then they get the notification, obedience. What was it? Compliance?
Obedience confirmed.
Yeah, obedience confirmed, which means, boom, they did the deed.
They did it.
So, of course, Guy A, super mad, gets an order the next go around that says, you can make someone do whatever. So he tells Guy B, die. So...
He said to go hang himself.
Go hang yourself. And so there enters the dilemma, die or die. Main character, Nobuaki is all like... there's no way that'll happen because at this point he's still super skeptical about the game.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
he hasn't seen anyone die before.
This is all in game, by
the
way.
This is all in. Oh yeah, they all die in game. Don't worry about it. In game. So he opts to make this plan. We're gonna hang out the whole day. I'm gonna prove that you won't die, and so they nearly get there. It's like, they get to what they think is the next day, and they're like, all right, sweet, we passed the day, I proved it, the game is false. Then it turns out, oh, wait, my phone had the wrong time. Guy B runs off to do whatever, and they find him hanging in a library.
Was it his phone, or was it just like a clock on the wall that was like off by like 5 minutes?
The clock.
Oh, yeah, the clock was off, and they thought that the day had passed, but then he checks his phone, and it's like, wait, it's still 11:59 p.m.
Yeah. And
like Gilbert Gottfried always said, holy shit, is this wrong? But holy hell, is this erotic? You okay, man? You horny?
Dude, Sato's on some shit, man. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, so they go find their friend, and yeah, he did. He pissed himself too. So, anyways,
that gets to the point of the realization for Nobuaki that, oh shit, this game is real and we are going to die.
And then in episode 3, the Back to the Past scene is some whole... Was it the...
So the king orders them to do a popularity contest. What they do is that everyone in the class is asked to put 1 vote in a ballot, and whoever has the least votes has to do a dare. Now, specifically, has to do a dare. This is a very important point of contention.
Girl B and guy C, since we're giving different letters now.
Let's just call MC's best friend, because that's what it was. Yeah. That'd be easier to mark when we get to all the other guys, but it's like... So, girl B and MC's main best friend are put into contention against one another, and... Throughout this flashback, we see kind of how scummy these tactics go in order to try and get these votes. Because once again, they think their lives are on the line. So, of course, they're going to do whatever it takes. But it's like, it really, I think, undercuts the value that they place on human lives, right? Because everyone's like, because this is very much a contention of whose life is worth more at the end of the day. And of course, in a moral dilemma, there is no right answer to this, right? You know, you could have, as people have argued, you know, you could have the most patron of saints and like the most evil criminal, but arguably, according to human ethics, they're both equally weighed the same in terms of their value to life. They're all both equally allowed to live. But, you know, because this is also a contest between a guy and a girl, then we see how they'll use those advantages. So the girl starts telling everybody, you know, if you vote for me, I'll do
suck your
so-and-so favors for you. I'll suck your dick.
Yeah.
As Alfred always says, with big power comes big responsibility. More like with big power comes big pee-pee, am I right?
So, yeah, that's what they basically do. But then MC ends up going and texting people, hey, so if you vote for best friend, my best friendo, then I know a way to win the game. And the only thing is that best friendo, my girlfriend, me, and you are going to be the ones that win. He sends that to like everyone in the class.
Yes.
So
ultimately, Nobuaki has to resort to like the scummiest of tactics, which is just say, hey, she may suck your dick, but I'll save your life.
Yeah.
So what's it going to be? And, you know, despite what a lot of people may think, sometimes we can think with our heads. And we're like, you know, if we vote for her, we only get one dick sucking. But if we live, we might get all of them. So they all opt to vote for best friend. This causes Girl B to lose the game. And, you know, before they can find out, and this is the important part I'm going to bring it back, which is before they can find out what the punishment is, she jumps out of a window and
she opts to try to kill herself in game. Although
in game as like a final defiance.
Josh, I gotta ask, what do you think about all of this whole like back to the past time in the classroom thing?
Dude, I'll be honest. I didn't like it, dude. Like, especially when it came to this part, I'm like, why? Like, you didn't even get your punishment. You just fucking jumped. Why?
Well, because I mean,
hey, man,
the thing is, so far,
like,
everyone has died from a punishment. So, like, you have that set in your mind now. Like, every punishment is death. This is literally the first punishment that they've gotten where it's just like super basic.
I guess you could say she jumped to conclusions.
Oh my god! In game. But yeah, so her actual punishment was just you need to confess to someone you like by the end of the day.
Army is not amused.
Oh,
although
wait. If you think about it, she's gonna die.
Yeah, that the thing is like she's already like being sent to the hospital, like basically comatose, and now best friendo,
whatever
main
crushes
character,
sleep, though.
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into it. And best friendo, they're all like at one of their houses, like hanging out, and then they get the notification saying that she failed to complete the punishment. Therefore, she opted for death. So she ended up dying anyways.
Rather step on a Lego and proceed to stub my toe rather than hearing that joke. I'm surrounded by such love, I must say. The audience really loving me tonight.
But anyways, so Dan, do you remember what the next order was for the past?
For the past, I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember the names exactly, but the main character and his best friend, and then is it his girlfriend? I think at the time.
Yep.
And then they're ordered I think his best friend's ordered to have sex with his girlfriend.
No. Well,
Was it?
I mean, basically.
Yes.
So it wasn't with his best friend. It wasn't with his girlfriend. He had to have sex.
Oh, I thought it was like
right,
forced to
right,
be
right,
with his
right.
girlfriend.
But because it was going to cross over to the next day in like 10 minutes,
Oh.
they were like, we can't reasonably find another female to do this within 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, and it
Straight up a porno plot. I mean,
it gets the
hentai probably borrowed this at some point, right?
it gets to the point to where he doesn't want to do it because they're all friends, and he doesn't want to do that to his best friend. Then the main character shoves him in a closet, basically makes
No,
him do.
it wasn't even
No,
that, dude.
punches him in the
He
face.
knocks him the fuck out.
No, he originally like just shoved him in a closet.
Yeah, he shoved him in a closet, but then like he still wouldn't do it. Then he just opens the door and just
One punch.
And then like he goes like, yeah, do the dirty with him while he's unconscious. And
That's kind of fucked up.
yeah, it is. But they lived.
You don't want to discuss whether that was rape.
It was.
God.
It was.
Oh my god.
His compliance was a non-factor.
Oh no.
That
In game.
In-game.
yeah. This was all in game.
Don't bring God into this. Your God ain't having none of your shit today.
God can't see into that closet.
God's got a big number. Caffeinated Weebs back at it again, solving humanity's biggest problems.
God.
Oh, God. I haven't laughed this hard in a while.
And so yeah.
Josh, any comment?
Yes, please,
No,
please.
nothing real. No, dude. Honestly, like this is what I was talking about. This is where it's starting to get spotty for me.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Like, in terms of your enjoyment?
bro, I'll be honest. I think I'm gonna be on there with everybody else on the Crunchyroll like reviews. I gave it the best shot I could, dude. I'm not a fan. I'm really not.
I'm just going to see zombie_John. This anime sucks my balls. Please go to hell.
so what he's referring to is on Crunchyroll. This anime has a 2.2 stars rating, and yeah, a lot of them are like 1 star, 2 star. It's
What's King's Game sits at like 2.5.
Yeah, about 2.5 stars.
Ah, Jesus.
Which
What was I thinking back then?
yeah.
I don't think it's like bad. Like what they do is bad in it, but it's. I don't think it's a bad watch, but it's got some dark points in it. If you can't watch that, then I can see why people don't like it.
See, don't get me wrong. Darwin's Game, I fucking loved it. King's Game,
Oh, yeah.
This ain't
Of
the
the two
game we
games.
really wanted.
No, dude.
This is not the game we asked for.
God. Anyways, so for episode
Fourth episode.
4, they are now heading to some random town that, the first King's Game took place here, and all they got was notes that would randomly show up with orders and whatnot. So they're heading out there to try and figure out if they found a way to beat it. And during this time, he just, I guess, keeps going back into telling them more about what happened in his first go around. Because I mean, really, that's all that happened during that one. It's just like that brief moment of them talking, going like, "What the hell is your outfit?" to the girl. Because, like, yeah, we're gonna be going hiking. What are you wearing? She's wearing like short skirt, nice frilly short skirt, and like a cardigan or something like that. So, I don't know. And then it went into the back to the past stuff going on.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. This episode really wasn't much to say about it, other than it was just really, really sad.
Yeah.
That's added to that list of top 10 animes that give you the feels, right?
No, this one, no. I mean, it was a sad moment, but like,
damn, we tried. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
This one, I was just like, I'm sorry, but you really don't like know the character well enough to like actually have like a connection with or like anything like meaningful to care about them dying. Because one of the characters is given a order that she can give out, and she gives herself an order to touch the king. So she tries to have the class line up basically, and she's gonna go around touching everyone to see if the confirmation goes off after she touches everyone. No luck. Unfortunately, it is not No Game No Life. That is, hey, there you go. There's another game anime for you, Psycho. And that one's actually pretty good. No Game No Life. But anyways, so she's trying to go through it and touch everyone, but it doesn't go off.
I've watched No Game No Life.
It doesn't go off each time. So now she's freaking out because she has until midnight to touch the king. And she goes and runs away. Nobuaki, whatever the hell his fucking name is, MC, he goes and tries to look for it. He ends up finding her, and by the time midnight rolls around, the punishment is that she will live in eternal darkness.
Eternal darkness.
So now she's fucking blind. And I will tell you right now, after watching my brother's dog go from being able to see to going blind, like she's literally blind now. God, she has changed so much. Like, I feel so bad for her. So, seeing how it can really, like, literally just fuck you up. Goddamn. So, she decides, well, I can make this work. But then she finds out that main character just got a new order saying he has to lose something that he cares about. And since she can't really read her phone or anything, she gets a nice little phone call from main character's girlfriend. You want to take this, Psycho? I feel like I've been talking too much.
Am I missing something?
We're talking.
How did I not know about this?
Really?
Yeah, this was all in episode 4.
Was I not paying attention? I feel like I wasn't paying
attention. How are you not paying attention to the
I think you might have watched
the whole last episode.
I'm kidding.
I feel like I glanced over this part. I just wanted the sadness to be over.
Dan, please then continue.
So she gets a call from the main character's girlfriend, and she. Thing is, I don't remember this to a T. Like she talks and asks like, did the main character get like a dare or anything? And I'm not sure if she says yes or no.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. And then, she finds out, then I don't really remember exactly what happens after that. I'm pretty sure
she goes and walks away. She leaves him there while he's still asleep. And so he freaks out when he wakes up because she's not there anymore. And he's like, she's blind. She can't see. Where'd she go? So
how the fuck she made it to the ocean, I'll never know.
Honestly, yeah, to be honest. And so he's just trying to run around town looking for her. And
I know.
He calls her and she picks up and, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. I need to find you. And she goes, I know that you got a dare, bitch. And don't worry about it. I already got it. I got my confirmation. Continue. Go.
Dara's replying some stuff.
But
I'm be honest with you on this one. With this whole thing, I didn't quite get why she needed to be blind. Now I think we failed to explain some context, which is she loves our main character here.
Yeah.
And that her love for him is going to be unrequited because he loves whatever her name was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like a thematic choice they were going with making her blind because, love is blind, as the saying goes. So, but once again, I'd have to cite that this is probably like one of my least favorite episodes, just because it's just sad for the sake of being sad, really.
Funny thing is, what if there was just a plot twist where he just didn't care about her at all, and she just fucking
Well, then
died.
his obedience wouldn't be confirmed now, would it?
Yep. So yeah.
Just that whole thing. That whole episode was...
He literally heads home and just destroys the fuck out of his room. Literally breaks everything.
He destroyed
and no
every
compliance.
every personal item he owns, and just
He even calls his girlfriend going, "Hey, I fucking hate you. I don't want to see you anymore. I fucked her. I kissed her. I literally love her. I don't care for you anymore." Still no compliance. Because I'm pretty sure it's like she knows that this is all part of the game, so she's like,
Evidently.
you're faking it. I know this. You're lying. And so, yeah. So blind girl goes and decides to go for a swim in the ocean and leaves a nice little note for any character.
Go for a
Can I
little
bring something
cool
up?
off session.
Yep.
Two things. One, how are you going to call someone who's blind and say, "Where are you?" How the fuck do they know? And two,
Tokoda!
what do you mean she didn't reply to the text? She can't fucking read it.
Wait. What do you mean? Who replied to what
You said
text?
you said he texted her saying that he's done all this stuff. It's like, of course she didn't reply. She can't fucking read it.
No.
Okay.
He calls her again.
You said text, so I was like,
Oh, my bad.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, he calls her again saying like, "Yeah, I already got my confirmation. I already got the confirmation text. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Come back." And yeah, she's like, "I know you fucking lying, bitch." She's like, "Yeah."
Joke's on
I
you.
don't know.
I can't read.
I don't know. This episode was like way too rough for me. I just wanted it to be over.
Well, don't worry.
That's the anime for
We're
me. No, I'm just
only
kidding.
one.
But I
Sorry.
guess they needed that like soap drama.
We're
Right,
only a
they needed
third
that
of the way through
teenage-
this anime.
It's like
think
they
being sick.
really needed that to up that teenage melodrama aspect, I guess. So, there you go. There's your episode of depression.
Oh man, I got a
Depression
text message. It says that I'm dared to not
Oh, yeah?
finish the
What'd it
anime.
say?
I don't want to die, so I better not watch it.
Thank you, Josh.
In-game.
Very cool. In game.
All right. So I mean, that's
But if you die in
basically
the game,
the first
you
4
die in real
episodes.
life.
Because he finally gets his confirmation after, she goes for the long swim. And, yeah.
The swim where you don't come back.
Bye-bye, blind girl.
How are you gonna say that? Bye-bye, blind girl.
Just swim towards me.
Ah,
Where are you?
what up?
You're going the wrong
so,
way.
Anyways. So, all right. Real quick, guys. I need to bring something up. So, this is going to be 3 episodes, King's Game, as far as the podcast goes. And we have our 50th episode special already planned out, what we're going to be doing. But for everything in between episode 44 to 49, we need to figure out what we're going to fill up in that area. Do we have any idea what we can do for this? Or even chat, what would y'all like to see us talk about between that time?
Y'all just want a hangout episode?
Well, but we're talking about for the podcast. We're not talking about just like as a recording in general. So
Yeah.
playing League of
Yeah, I know.
Legends does not work for that.
Yeah, no.
Do cosplay for the 50th episode. So we're all gonna do like Spike, Ed, and Ein cosplays and shit. Be
Cosplay
Jet.
What,
is
you
it-
want to do like the cheap Fiverr cosplays?
I'll cosplay as a Titan and just get fucking butt.
No, stop. That'd be a good one.
Talk about a live action anime adaptation.
That'd be a good one. We can
He
talk.
wants us to watch Death Note. I bet he wants us to watch Death Note. I know you want us to watch Death Note.
Oh god, that was so shit.
Wait. Which Death Note?
The live action.
Yeah,
I'm
which
pretty sure
live
he's talking
action?
about the Netflix. I'm pretty sure he's
Netflix
talking
one
about
was
the
shit.
new
The
one that came
Japanese
out.
one was actually good.
Yeah, no. The Netflix one.
I
He's
saw
in
the
my
Netflix one. That one's. It wasn't a good watch.
Just declared
He's
his
in my
body
head.
paint.
Get out of my head.
But no, that'd be one episode between now, I guess 44 and 49. So
We did kind of mention the ramen idea. I'm sorry. I think that'd be fun.
ah,
We'll get full as fuck by the end of it, but
no, I think just having an entire podcast of just slurps is not the way to go.
no, that
I'm
was
pretty
Psycho's
sure.
idea. Dude. That was a joke.
I said that would be the case because it's just going to be us going.
No, I mean, like, it's got a rich body.
Like, when I mean that literally. We're just going to spend the episodes slurping up noodles.
Come on, you know, people pay premiums on OnlyFans for that shit. Come on now.
Are we one of those people?
We can be.
Hey, all we gotta do is do it in a hot tub, and guess what? We're on our way to the top of fucking Twitch.
Of Twitch just
Oh
chatting.
my
Okay, yeah, I see.
Oh. All right.
$6?
Just
So
I'll be there in a bit.
Let's just Josh, what are you thinking of King's Game so far? I know you kind of touched on it.
I'll
but
be
just go
honest,
ahead
dude,
and lay it out there.
I don't know. It's something about the violence in it. It's like I don't mind like the gore in my anime, but it could be because usually there's a huge, battle scene building up to it. It's not just, oh my god, you didn't tickle his nose, you're gonna burst into boils, or
You didn't tickle his balls.
exactly. What you were saying, like it's like I don't know. This is the first time I've sat down with an anime with gore. And I was just like, it's just not. I'm just not
This is
feeling
your
it.
first gore anime?
No, this is the first time that I've sat down with a gore anime and said I'm just not feeling it.
Gotcha.
Here's the thing, though. It's because this is, as I understand, it's supposed to classify as a horror anime.
I don't think it's doing a very good job on that.
No, it's not scary, dude.
I disagree. I actually think it's doing a wonderful job as a horror anime because it ticks off all the right things about being a horror. There's an unexplained force that can't be stopped, and it's killing everyone. I think that is justifiably horrifying. Here's I'm gonna go on a quick rant, and I'm probably gonna later on put this in a retrospective, but here's the reason why Another was a terrible horror. Because the horror became tangible and beatable. That is the
I'll be right
point
back.
when something horrifying stops being horrifying. It just becomes an obstacle. In King's Game, as far as at least I'm understanding it, is that they don't ever actually find a way to beat it. It's something that can't be controlled. It's like Lovecraftian horror. It's something you're not supposed to understand. It's just supposed to be oppressive and horrifying.
I didn't know
Right?
what King's Game was before going into this. Like, I didn't know it was like a legit game. At least if what you were saying was correct. So what?
Oh, the actual children's game?
So
Yeah.
when I'm seeing this, I'm thinking, so this is just Truth or Dare. I don't know. Maybe that's just what pushes me away. It's like it's a Truth or Dare game, and if you don't do what you said, instead of whatever punishment, it's now death. Well, for the most part, at least that's what I was thinking in the beginning. Like, I don't know, like that dude inciting the violence and like just bursting into boils. So I was just like, I don't know. It just like I just wasn't feeling it then. It's like as things are happening, it's like, oh no, now I have to have sex with this guy. I'm like, dude, come on, man. I'm just not feeling it.
No, I mean, I'll be honest. I think there's a bit of a reason why I ended up dropping this when I started watching it when it came out. The story was kind of just, but you know what? We're going for it. We're gonna watch it.
I think as a concept it was done well. It's just the fact that it leans too hard into teenage melodrama
Yes.
and issues.
No, but I agree that
and
I
here's
like
the thing,
the
it's
idea.
I could relate to it a
I
bit.
like the idea of them not
Right.
being able to beat it, because, like you said, in Another, you were able to beat it in the end. But this one, that sounds a bit more interesting as far as like they can't actually overcome the king.
I will state as like a quick disclaimer, which is like I think the reason I enjoyed it was because it was catering to teenagers. Because I watched this when I was 16, and I was like, you know, damn, this is like a lot of things that I think about taken to the extreme, you know? So looking back on it now, it's just like, yeah, a lot of it is a little bit too
You
gratuitous.
goddamn edgy bitch.
It doesn't need to be that way, but it's that way because, you know, teenagers love spectacle.
Yeah.
You know, they love, what can I say? They love their games or things explode into horrifying globs and stuff.
Dan, what'd you think of the first 4 episodes, and what are you thinking how this anime's gonna go?
I'm interested to see where it's gonna go. I really don't know what to expect. I have a feeling that I don't know, this kind of anime makes me feel like the main character is gonna die. And
One can only hope.
and I don't know. I actually like it. I don't really care for the parts, you know, where they get a little too, like, I don't know, like
Trauma.
the rape scenes and stuff. It's kind of, yeah. But
Gotcha.
Scummy. Very scummy.
yeah.
But damn, what can I say? If you don't like this, I think it only gets kind of worse from here, but we'll see.
By the way, Dan, do not watch ahead.
I know.
Good.
I almost actually watched episode 5, but it's fine.
Well, I think I'm in the same boat as far as everything. I mean, like I said, during my first watch through of it, I ended up dropping it. But I'm interested just to finish it up and see how it goes.
This might be the first anime that Caffeinated Weebs drops.
Yeah. So, wait and see how that goes. But, anyways, Dan?
Damn, I was hoping Sasha would quickly jump on so he could give us like 5 minutes of his thoughts, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Said it would take him 10 to 15 minutes to get on.
Yeah, and that was about 15 minutes ago.
Oh no, is this the Sasha thing again? No.
Yes. And we'll see him in like an hour.
45 minutes later.
So, what were you saying?
Dan, what is the Twitter?
At Weebs Podcast on Twitter.
Psycho, what's the YouTube?
Well, Sean, if you want to watch the podcasts with some super cool edits and cutting out all the little bits and pauses and whatnot, making it super sleek and clean, you can find us at Caffeinated Weebs on YouTube.
Only whenever he does the editing.
Yeah, when it's Sean, it's just kind of an upload, isn't it?
Sometimes without the audio, but you know, we'll see.
Which is good, because according to Josh, as he notes it, we need to do a bit of tweaking on this one, definitely.
Yeah, because YouTube doesn't like certain words, and we've said a few
Certain
words
discussion
that they don't like.
And I could mark the account later.
Yeah, they don't like some of the things that are said. Josh, give us your Reddit shit, please.
Dude, everybody gets this nice intro. Josh is like, Josh, just fucking talk.
Josh, you're the Reddit
fucking
man.
talk,
Josh,
will you?
do it. Please say something.
You can find us
For the love
on
of God.
Reddit at our Caffeinated Weebs, where you can comment on the episodes, give us feedback, recommendations, or have an all-around weeb discussion with us, if you so like.
What's the memes that we occasionally make?
I haven't
I
seen
think
the
there's
memes.
still only one.
I didn't think of one this week, but I'll probably think of one I didn't think of one last week. I'll probably think of one this week.
Well, Psycho, what's our Twitch?
Well, if you don't want to watch the edited versions, you can always catch us live at 10 p.m. CST at twitch.tv/Caffeinated Weebs Podcast.
Which typically usually runs into about 10:30 because we have people who fucking are late all the time, or there might be a little later than that. And yes, don't forget to follow.
Don't mind Sean, he's just venting his frustrations.
I am. And yes, we have a Discord. You can find a link to it. It is on our Reddit. I think it's on the YouTube videos, is it not?
Pretty sure.
I think I forgot to update it.
Oh, dude,
do
I thought that
that.
was the auto message. Alex put exclamation Discord. Yo, Discord.
Yeah, I know. I keep on forgetting to add it to the bot. I need to add it to the bot already. And
Yeah, 25. Yeah, we don't have... No, 27. 27.
yeah, I think it's not on any of them, to be honest. I'll just have to go through and just do a mass update.
Oh, yeah, we didn't upload 27 yet.
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow, technically.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you can also listen to us on podcast format. Bro, I'm telling you, like,
Poggers.
my brain just not working right now, dude. I'm telling
My
you.
brain don't
Catch
work
us on
so well.
Poggers,
My
Weird
brain
Chat,
not working right
Kappa.
now. If you look up Caffeinated Weebs Podcast, typically anywhere you find... Oh, shit. What did you do, Alex? Anywhere you find podcasts, you can find us, typically.
Oh.
But the main ones are Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. And once again, we are getting close to 500 total listens. I think that is awesome. Thank y'all so much. I think it's just really cool.
Yep,
that we're
I know.
about to be like close to 500 before we even get to 50. That's awesome. So, yes, I've been one of your hosts, Shawnee095. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the same handle.
I'm the Edgy Man. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter under Psychometry with 3 Ys.
I'm DanbyTV. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at DanbyTV.
I'm zombie_Jai. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
And Sasha isn't here, but he is at Sasha Streams. You can find him on Twitch and Twitter under the same handle. And you can also add him on Discord as the Phoenician and tell him wake the fuck up when it's time for the podcast to
Alright,
start.
Add him on
Time's time.
Discord. Are we
Yeah,
actively
time's time.
inciting harassment?
Jesus Christ, Alex.
Dude.
Anyways, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for stopping by. See you later.
Watch as Josh suffers
Have a
some
good
more
night,
next
guys.
week.
Bye.
Bye.